So let's start our flow practice standing up at the front of the mat. Or just stand with the feet together or slightly apart, knees nice and soft. Place the palms together in front of your heart center and soften and close your eyes. And take some slow, deep breaths. Just experience your breath. Feel the rhythm of the breath. Feel how it flows through you. Allow it to relax your mind, to slow down your thoughts. We start to filter out all that radio noise of our thoughts. And we start to experience our true being, the divine in us, who we really are. Now just take a moment now to set an intention for your practice. It can be a positive word or affirmation that you stay aware of along with your breath. Remember to stay aware of your breath throughout your practice. Let it guide you. And we're going to do a series of sun salutations, but if you need a break, just feel free to rest in child's pose or any other pose that feels comfortable for you if you need to regroup and have a break. So let's slowly open the eyes. Let's inhale and reach up toward the sky, raising the gaze. And exhale, melt down into a forward fold. Now inhale to a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. And then bring the hands to the earth, step back to plank or kneeling plank. Taking an inhale, nice length through the neck. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. Really lengthening the whole back of the body. Feel that length in the neck, your latissimus dorsi, your lower back, your hamstrings, and your calves. One more breath here. Now let's inhale, walk the feet forward, come back to a flat back. Exhale into your forward fold. Now inhale, tall mountain. And exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart center. Let's repeat that. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, raising the gaze. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back to plank or kneeling plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. One more breath here. Now, inhale, walk the feet forward, come back to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, tall mountain. And exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart center. Now we'll do some variations on the sun salutation A. Let's inhale, stretch it up, raising the gaze. Exhale, open the arms to the side, look over your right shoulder. Inhale up to the center. Exhale, open to the left, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, stretch for the sky. Exhale, melt it down into a forward fold. Now inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back to plank or kneeling plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. One more breath here. Now inhale, walk the feet forward, come back to your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, tall mountain. And exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart center. Let's do that again. Remember, if you want to do your Ujjayi breath, we practiced a little Ujjayi the last time where you hear the whisper in the back of your throat. On the inhale and exhale, feel free to do that. It brings a lot of heat in. We're actually really getting some circulation through our whole bodies on this series. Now inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, open to the right. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, open to the left, look over your left shoulder. Nice length through the neck here. Inhale, stretch it up. Raising the gaze. Exhale, dive down into your forward fold. Now inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back to plank or kneeling plank. Keeping the length in the neck. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. Relax your face. Let all the tension melt away. Sometimes we come into our practice kind of tense. So just let all that tension melt away, breath by breath. One more breath here. Now inhale, walk the feet forward, come back to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, tall mountain. And exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart center. Now let's do another variation, the one where we do the side body stretch. Inhale, stretch to the sky. Interlace the fingers. Exhale, tip to the right. Inhale, up to the center. Exhale, tip to the left. Stretch through the side. Inhale, up to the center. Exhale, open to cactus arms. Raise the chin so you get a throat stretch as well. And a hatha and vishuddha. Throat and heart center. Inhale, stretch to the sky. Exhale, dive down into your forward fold. Now inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back to plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. One more breath here. Inhale, walk the feet forward, come back to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, tall mountain. And exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart center. Now let's repeat that. Inhale, stretch it up, interlace the fingers. Exhale, tip to the right. Inhale, up to the center. Exhale, tip to the left. Feel that stretch all the way from your elbow down to your waist. Inhale, up to the center. Exhale, open the cactus arms, throat and chest stretch. Inhale, stretch for the sky. Exhale, dive down into your forward fold. Now inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back to plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more breath here. Now inhale, walk the feet forward, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, tall mountain. And exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart center. Now let's do 2 sun salutations, plank variation. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, dive down into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back to plank. You can do plank, kneeling plank, or forearm plank. Find what works for your body. Now we're going to shift over onto our right hand, come to side plank. You can be here, have the knee down, or you can come down on your forearm. You also have the option to wrap that left hand around to the waist here. Let's come back to the center slowly with control in the core. And now we're going to shift slowly over to the left side. You can look to the side or up at the hand. Keep your breath nice and fluid here. Slowly shifting back to the center, keeping the length in the neck, pulling the shoulders down away from the ears. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. Really lengthening the whole back of the body. Feel free to move in this pose if you want. If you want to walk your heels, nod your head. Just listen to your body, breath by breath, and let it guide you. Befriend your body during your practice. One more breath here. Now inhale, walk the feet forward, come back to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, tall mountain. And exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart center. Now let's do that plank variety one more time. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, come down to your forward fold. Now inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back to plank. Keeping that nice length in the neck. Remember, do the plank variation that works for your body today. Now we're going to shift over to the right hand, to your side plank. Nice fluid breath. Slowly coming back to the center. Shifting over to the left side. Slowly coming back to the center. Maintaining that length in the neck. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. You'll probably notice how your muscles start to feel a little looser, a little more flexible as you go through this series, because we're bringing a lot of heat into the body and the joints. One more breath here. Now inhale, walk the feet forward, come back to a flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, tall mountain. And exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart center. And just relax the arms down for a moment. Now let's step back with the left foot. Turn your left foot out to the side. We're going to do some shoulder limbering just to loosen up that shoulder joint a little bit. So we'll just bend and then lengthen that front leg as we do these easy arm movements. And we want to stay with our nose behind our knee so that we're not leaning way over like this and putting strain on the low back. So just be aware of that as you go through this sequence. So let's inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, let the arms come around slowly. Up and over. Just bending and extending the leg. You get a little limbering in the knees here too. Do one more time. And now inhale, reach out in front, gaze down, and then exhale, pull it back, raise the gaze, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale and exhale, squeeze. One more time. Now inhale, hug your body, gaze down at your big toe. Inhale, open the heart center, stretch. One more time. And melt the hands down, step to the front. We'll just switch sides and repeat that. Now you know all the movements. And just let them feel really good because we're getting a lot of fluids flowing, synovial fluid flowing to the shoulder joint here for better movement. So let's inhale, bring it up and over. Remember, if your shoulder circles are small, that's fine. You can start small, and then as everything's moving nicely, you can make them a little bigger. One more time. Now inhale, reach, gaze down. Exhale, roll it back, raise the gaze. Palms are up. You feel the shoulder blades squeezing together. One more time. Now inhale, hug your body, gaze down. Exhale, open to cactus arms. One more time. Nice job. Relax the arms down, step to the front of the mat. Now just take the feet slightly apart or together, whatever feels good to you. A little bit closer together maybe than you were before. We're just going to squat down a little bit and slide your hands down just a couple inches above the knee, and then allow the insides of the knees to touch each other. And draw circles. Follow your breath. Draw circles. Loosen up your knee joint here. Now reverse directions. Nice job. Go ahead and come back up. Now let's cross the left arm, bring the left arm out in front, and then bring the right arm underneath, and then fold the hands up. Now you can just stay like this with the arms partly open, or you can bring the hands together if that feels comfortable. We're coming to eagle arms here. So your left arm is on top of your right one. Now you're going to just cross your right leg over your left leg. And you might want to have a little space between the feet so you've got good surface area on the mat. That way your balance will be a little easier. If the feet are really close together, then it's a little more tricky. So now slowly keep breathing and try to sit back, keeping your weight in your heels as you come into this eagle pose. And then if you want to balance a little more of that foot that's wrapping around, it can wrap to your calf or it can lift up off the floor. Try to keep your shoulder blades down, pull them down into their pockets and keep the length in the neck. Let's slowly come back up. And then we're gonna uncross the arms, roll the shoulders back, and then uncross the leg. Nice job. Now let's bring the right arm out and then tuck the left arm underneath and fold the hands. So remember, don't force anything here. We get a nice stretch through the back of the shoulders, but we want to just do it slowly and carefully so that you're honoring your body and not overdoing anything. So now we're going to cross the left foot over the right one, maybe a little bit wide. Make sure you feel pretty balanced on the floor before you sit back. So we're doing this safely. Gently melt the seat back, keeping the weight in the heels, keeping that length through your upper back, your whole spine. Fluid breath here, possibly picking up that left foot off the floor. Just listen to your body. Remember, a little wobbling won't hurt you. It's really teaching your body to balance so that you will be able to right yourself if you have an emergency so you don't end up going face down. Okay, here we go. Slowly come back up. Uncross the hands, roll the shoulders back nice and easy, and then uncross the legs. Take the feet a little bit wide and just draw some circles with your hips. Follow your breath as you make those circles. Stay nice and soft in the knees here. Now go the other way. Nice job. Okay, let's come up to the front of the mat. We're going to do a couple of sun salutation Bs. Remember to rest in child's pose if you need a break. Now let's inhale, chair, sit back, and then exhale, dive down to your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back to plank or kneeling plank. Take an inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now let's inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, knee to the right elbow. Shifting your shoulders forward a little bit. Inhale, stretch it up. Bring the knees to the right elbow one more time. And stretch it up last time. Step between the hands. You're going to slide your left heel in. Slowly come up on your inhale to warrior one. Nice length through the upper posturals. Gaze straight ahead. Melt the shoulders down away from the ears. And ground in all four corners of the feet. Feel that rooting to the earth. Those energy lines rising up from the earth through your lower legs. Now let's open to warrior two, looking over. If it's comfortable, you can gaze over at the right middle finger. Sometimes it helps with that head movement to just slide the eyeballs over to the right corners and then turn the head. If that makes it easier, please try that. Now let's relax the hands down, reverse the warrior, right arm comes over. Remember, if you feel discomfort in the shoulder, just wrap to the waist and you can still get a nice side body stretch this way. Fluid breath. Now coming back to your warrior two, looking at your right middle finger or keeping the neck nice and comfortable. Now we're going to make sure that that left foot is turned toward the front. We don't want to have that foot turning toward the back when we make our transition. This will be easier on your hips. Now exhale, we're going to windmill the arms down, step back to plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now let's inhale and stretch the left leg up. Exhale, knee to the left elbow. Stretch it up again. Knee to the left elbow. Stretch it up one more time. Step between the hands, slide the right heel in, and come up to your warrior one. Feel that length through the torso, that grounding in the feet like you're rooted to the earth. Now let's open to warrior two, looking at the left middle finger, possibly sliding the eyeballs over to the left corners of the eyes to make that head turn easier. You can slide first and then slowly turn. Now let the hands come down. Take the left arm over or take your left arm to the waist here and just stretch the side body like that. Remember, you're stretching away from your bent knee, away from the bent knee. And now come back to warrior two. Make sure your right foot is pointing at an angle toward the front. Exhale, windmill the arms down, come back to plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. Nice fluid breath. Feel free to move in this pose if you want. One more breath here. Now let's inhale, walk the feet forward, come back to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, chair. And exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart center. We'll do one more sun salutation B with a lunge variation. So you're gonna stay up on the ball of your foot when we make the step back. So inhale, chair. Weight in the heels. Exhale, melt it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back to plank or kneeling plank. Take an inhale. Long neck. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, knee to the right elbow, shifting the shoulders forward gently. Stretch it up again. Now bring the knees toward the left elbow. Stretch it up again and let the heel fall in toward the hip. Turn the knee out, open the hips. Keep that length on the neck. Keep breathing. And now stretch the leg out, step between the hands, stay up on the ball of the foot. We're going to inhale up to your lunge. If you're losing your balance here, just widen the stance. Step over to the left a little bit with that foot. Now just let the hands come down. Push the palms toward the center of your back, possibly interlacing the fingers to open the front of the shoulders and the chest. Lengthen the crown of the head upward. Gazing straight ahead, relaxing the face muscles. Now release the hands, place them on the waist. Let's inhale and slowly lower that back knee and exhale, push it up using your hamstrings and glutes. Lower it down and push it up slowly. One more time. Now inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, hands on either side of the foot. Step back to plank. Take an inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now let's inhale and lift the left leg up and bring that knee toward the left elbow. Stretch it up again. Take the knee toward the right elbow. Stretch it up one more time. Let the heel fall in toward the hip, turn the knee out. Now as you exhale, slowly extend the leg and step forward, coming on that inhale up to your lunge. And now let the hands come down. And we'll stretch the chest and the neck again, fronts of the shoulders. We should be doing this stretch often throughout the day. Try to reverse that text neck and that hunch that we get in the upper back from being on our phones and computers. Now let's release the hands, place the hands on the waist. Just let the shoulders relax. Inhale, drop the back knee. Exhale, push it up slowly. Nice and fluid. Imagine you're moving through water here. So fluid. Lots of stability here. Couple more. Nice and fluid. Now inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, hands on either side of the foot, step back to plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more breath here. Let's inhale, walk the feet forward, come back to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, chair. And exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart center. I'm just going to move down to the other end of the mat. So let's take a big step back with the left foot. So our right foot is pointing toward the front of the mat. The left foot is angled out at about a 45-degree angle. We're going to do some triangles. Extend your arms out. Project your right arm forward. And then spiral that left arm up toward the sky, stacking your shoulders. Remember, there's no one place that this hand needs to go on your legs. It could be up here. It could be down here. It could even be down at your ankle. But you want to make sure your shoulders are stacked. If you're closing up here, then you need to slide up a little bit till you get to the proper place where you can do the spinal twist. And you can look to the side or up at the hand. Listen to your body. Now let's slowly come up. Turn the feet 180 degrees. So now your left foot is toward the mat, front of the mat, or front of the back of the mat. And now your right foot is angled at 45 degrees. Extending the arms out, project to the left and spiral the right arm up. Now also you can wrap the hand, the top arm, to the waist if you feel discomfort in your shoulder here. You can still get that spinal rotation here without compromising your shoulder health if your shoulders are not really feeling good in this position. Nice fluid breath. Let's slowly come up. Now we're going to turn the feet 180 degrees. Again, right foot in front, left foot angled. Now we're going to do revolving triangle. So just pretend you're going to do a cartwheel here. Windmill the arms down and then take your left hand, back of the hand, to the right side of the lower leg. And then reach the right arm up or wrap to the waist. Now we're just going to do an adjustment for the upper posturals. Draw your shoulder blades down and back like you're pulling them into two pockets. And then reach the crown of the head forward and down a little bit. Just try to get that length in the upper postural in this pose. Slowly coming back up. We're going to turn the feet 180 degrees. So we can do a revolving triangle with the left foot lead, left foot to the front, right foot at 45. Windmill the arms. Now the right hand comes to the left side of the left leg, left arm up. And then we're going to really lengthen those upper posturals. Fluid breath. Slowly coming back up. Turn the feet 180 degrees. Make sure that left foot comes toward the front. We just, every time we do the 180 degree turn, we want to check that back foot. What you don't want to have is that foot pointing to the back, because that's really hard on the knee joint. Make sure it comes toward the front. Then the front knee, bring the forearm down on the thigh, stretch the left arm over. Looking to the side, or looking up at the hand, whatever feels comfortable for your neck. Try not to weigh too heavily on your forearm. You want to maintain that space between your shoulder and your ear here. Nice grounding, feeling the energy lines coming up from the earth through your lower legs. These are all grounding poses. Now let's slowly come up. Turn the feet 180 degrees. We'll bend that left leg. Make sure you keep that left big toe visible as the forearm comes down, and you stretch the right arm over. Possibly wrapping to the waist here. Now let's slowly come up. We're going to turn the feet 180 degrees. We'll do a revolving. We'll do the revolving side angle. Now let's take the palms together. Start by rotating to the right. Maybe you want to just stay here. Maybe you want to descend a little bit. If it's comfortable, you can bring that elbow down on the thigh and push the hands to the center of the chest. Just breath by breath. Move into position in a way that feels comfortable. Melt those shoulders down and away from the ears. Now let's slowly come up. Release the hands. We'll turn the feet 180 degrees. Make sure that right foot comes around. Bend the front leg, keeping that big toe visible. Palms come together. Turn to the left, and then just decide where you want to go in this revolving side angle. Make it work for your body. Now slowly come up. Let's turn the feet 180 degrees and take a small step forward with the left foot. Square your hips toward the front of the mat here. Clasp your hands around your elbows. Take an inhale and just raise the gaze a little bit, and then exhale, tip forward. Feel very broad through the upper back, very lengthened through the neck here. Nice fluid breath. Now let's slowly come back up. And we're going to release the hands, take a small step forward with the left foot. Turn the foot out to the side. We're going to come into a tree pose here. So you can perch the foot on the floor, or you can bring it up on your lower leg or your inner thigh. Please just avoid putting your foot right on the inside of the knee, because you could destabilize the joint. So just find the proper position for you. Coming into your tree, hands can be out, front of the heart center, or up. You find your place here in this pose. Now let's slowly bring the hands down onto the waist and then extend the leg out in front. And if you find trouble with the balance here, you can touch the toe in front also. Think about the length of your upper postural muscles. Try to stack the earlobe over the top of the shoulder, over the top of the thigh bone. Slowly bring it down. Now let's take a step and turn 180 degrees. Small step forward with the right foot, squaring the hips toward the front. Take the hands around the elbows in the back. Take an inhale, raise the gaze. Exhale, reach the crown of the head forward. Broadness through the back, length through the neck, fluid breath. Let's slowly come back up. Release the hands, step forward with the right foot, perch the foot out to the side. Make a transition to your tree pose here, wherever it feels right to you. Just make sure you avoid the inside of the knee. Nice fluid breath. Nice breath with steadiness in the abdomen will help you with your balance. Now let's slowly let the hands come down to the waist and extend that right leg out. Shoulders relaxed, nice long posture. And let the leg come down. Now let's step to a nice wide stance. So you feel a gentle stretch through your inner thighs and your big toes are in front of your heels. So place the hands on the waist, take an inhale, and exhale, squeeze the elbows toward the middle of the back and stretch the crown of the head forward. Nice length through the back and the neck. Feel that stretch through your hamstrings, lower back, and chest. Breath is flowing. Now slowly come back up. Now take an inhale, and as you exhale, let's slide the hands down the lower legs. You can rest the hands on the lower legs or possibly take a hold of the big toes with the peace fingers. Just find your happy place in this pose. Prasarita Padottanasana D. Now let's release. Take your hands away from your body out in front here a little bit. And just come away far enough that you can, and feel free to soften the knees a little bit. And you can even bring a block into the picture if the reach is too far. So just nod your head a few times and just let go in the neck. I want you to feel really relaxed in the neck. So important to let go of that tension that builds up in the backs of the shoulders and the neck. One more time. And now just feel the crown reaching for the earth. And now let's slowly start to walk the hands toward the right hand and turn the toes toward the front of the mat. And step back to a plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just hold this for a couple of breaths. And now let's bring the knees down, tops of feet down, and we're going to rest in child's pose. Remember to use props if you need to. This block or a blanket can come back here just to provide a little space there so that you don't have such a tight angle on your knees. Now let's come up on the hands and knees. Hands are under the shoulders. Spread the fingers a little bit. Knees under the hips. We're going to do some spinal extension exercises for our spinal health. Let's extend the right leg back so your heel is the height of the hip. Left arm is out in front. And if you feel a little sag in the low back and a little pressure on the lower vertebrae, just gently lift your belly up a little. Now let's open the arm to the left and open the leg a little bit to the right. Keep breathing the whole time. Now let's bring the arm toward the front again, leg toward the back, and then bring the hand and knee down. Now switching sides, left leg goes back, right arm goes out, thumb to the sky. Draw your shoulder down away from the ears. It's easy to just sag and have your shoulder melt in toward the ear, and that brings that tension back to the neck that we don't want. Just engage those upper posturals so you maintain that space. Open the arm to the right, leg to the left. Keep breathing. Come back to the center and then lower it down. Now let's cycle through that a few times. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, open, diagonal. Inhale, come back to the center and float it down, switching sides. Left leg, right arm. Open a little bit, coming back to the center and bringing it down. Just alternate sides, go with your own fluid breath. One more each side. Nice and fluid. And let's rest in child's pose for a few breaths. Remember, you can do extended child's pose, hands alongside the ears or hands to the ankles, whatever feels good to your body right now. If you feel at all dizzy in child's pose, what I did when I first started taking yoga is I used to rest my head on a block like this. And that felt better for me. I just got used to having my head lower after I practiced for a long time. But you can try that. Okay, now let's come up on the hands and knees. Let's roll through a few cat and cows. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, roll the belly down. Just cycle through that a couple more times. Nice job. Now let's just shift over onto our seat. We'll do a few seated postures right now. Remember, if you're tight in the hamstrings, what I'd like you to do is elevate your hips with a blanket or block. So what that does is if you're tight in the hamstrings, when you have no elevation, you'll be back here. And then when you put something under your seat, suddenly now your shoulders will be in front of your hips, which is what you want. So that's what we want. I don't really need that, but that will help you if you're tight in the hamstrings this morning. Now let's flex the feet back, place the hands next to the hips, coming into staff pose, lift the crown of the head down, pull the shoulder blades down and back, lengthen the arms, keep breathing, and just a little tuck of the chin so you feel a little more length in the back of the neck. Direct your gaze at your big toes. And now we're going to progress from Dandasana to seated forward fold. Inhale, stretch to the sky. Exhale, melt it toward the lower legs or the big toes. Paschimottanasana. Again, you're gazing at the big toes. During these seated postures, if you want to engage your pelvic floor muscles, you can do that. You'll store some energy, strengthen your pelvic floor muscles. Just feel that length through the spine. Let the prana flow. Now slowly come back up. Slide your right foot into the center. Settle into the sit bones. So you want to feel them both nice and evenly positioned on the floor. Inhale, stretch to the sky. Exhale, melt it forward, coming toward the lower leg or the foot. Gazing at the big toe. Shoulders relaxed. Think about your belly melting down toward your thigh. That helps you maintain that length through the spine. Slowly coming back up, let's lengthen the right leg out, drawing the left foot in, placing the sole of the foot on the inner thigh. Nice long spine, flex the right toes back, inhale, stretch to the sky, exhale, melt forward. Now slowly come back up, slide the foot forward, and just draw your right foot in. Hands around the front of the knee, flex the left toes back, relax the shoulders, stack your ears over the shoulders. And now let's sweep that right arm around the back, take that left elbow on the outside of the knee, look over the right shoulder. You can also put the hand here if that's more comfortable. Keep that length through the spine. Try not to slouch here. Reach the crown of the head up so your spine is really lengthened. Feel like all your vertebrae are stacking up in their natural curves. Now coming back to the center, lengthen the right leg out, slide the left foot in, leave a little space, wrap the hands around the front of the knee, elevate, flex the right toes back, shoulders long. Now sweep that left hand around the back, take your right elbow or hand on the outside of the knee, look over the left shoulder. Now release it, extend the legs out. Now let's draw the feet in, coming into Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Heels are in toward the center, knees are opening. Just hold on to the lower legs or the sides of the feet. Take an inhale and then exhale, just tip forward gently. Now slowly lift back up. Push the feet out to a diamond shape. So you got a diamond shape here. And then just let the head fall down, round the spine, rest. We'll slowly come back up and come on our backs for a couple cooling postures and a shavasana. Let's start with the knees bent, ankles under the knees, hands a little away from the body. Nice length in the neck here. As you exhale, roll your pelvis under and lift the thighs toward the sky, coming up in bridge. Nice even balance and the weight of your feet here. Nice fluid breath. Now melt it down one vertebrae at a time. And now we're going to come into our shoulder stand. Remember, only do a full shoulder stand if you've been instructed in person how to do it safely and you have no neck problems. I'm going to show modified shoulder stand with elevation to the hips. You can just lift the hips up, place a block under the sacrum, nice and secure there. Arms are away from the body, and then the feet come up. And you can also do this without the elevation if you like, or you can put your feet up on a wall. Just allow that reversal of blood flow. This is a very nice posture to do. You just have to try to do it in a way that doesn't put stress on your neck. In general, our lifestyles are not very gentle to our neck. So we want to be gentle with our neck when we practice our yoga. Now slowly come out of this posture, and you can bring your knees in toward the chest for a little lower back stretch. And then release. And you can bring that elevation out if you have it. Now we're going to start settling into our comfortable position for Shavasana. So just lengthen your legs out and let the toes fall softly out to the side. Take your arms away from the body, palms up, and just soften and close your eyes and settle into stillness. We're going to do a little visualization activity. So just draw your awareness to that screen in front of your closed eyelids, that Shuddhi Kasha, and allow images to develop. Right now, you may see some shapes and colors. And as I mentioned different things, allow those to come up on your screen. Golden sky. The rising sun. A vast ocean. Rolling waves. A sailing ship. Pelicans gliding over the water. Dark thunder clouds. A flash of lightning. Torrential rain. A brilliant rainbow over the sea. A blue lotus flower on a still lake. Now allow these images to fade away back into the recesses of your mind. And bring your awareness back to your physical body, resting safe and secure, held by the earth. Notice your body's outline and form, the parts of your body that are touching the earth, and the parts where there's space. Begin to bring slow movements into your fingers and toes. When you feel ready, just roll over onto your right side, relaxing with your eyes closed for a couple of slow, deep breaths before you gradually make your way back up to seated. Let's bring the hands in front of the heart center, and we'll close today's practice with an Om. We'll take a deep inhale and we'll say Om. Deep inhale. Namaste.